Hi there, one more day, one more pattern. So today we are going to look at how to make some basic mathematical symbols with patterns. So this is minus, plus, multiply and divide. So for multiply, in our previous video we already learned about how to make this pattern. So just go and refer it, the link is right below in the description. So let's start with the rest of the three. First we would make minus, then plus and then divide. Okay, so you must be wondering about how this divide symbol we can type on this keyboard. So just press and hold alt, then press 2, 4 and 6 respectively on your num. Make sure your num lock is on and then just release alt. So means press and hold alt, then 2, 4 and 6 on your num and make sure your num is on, and then just release your alt. Okay, so let's start with the coding for ing for the first this pattern. Okay, for this pattern you can see that this is for n equals to 5. For in first two line there are all consist of just spaces. We are gonna go some fast because I need to explain three patterns. So just in the last the line there are just spaces, means after this. Okay, so you know this condition. If you are not getting all these things, what is ing table and on, so just please go and refer my previous videos. So let's start with the actual part. So basically this is what your pattern is. You need to print the minus over here. You can see that the minus, don't just ignore it now. Okay, what you need to do is you need to print this thing when your I is equals to 2, doesn't matter what your j is. Okay, so it simply says that you need to print dash, that is minus symbol, when your I is equals to n divided by 2, because 5 so 5 divided by 2 would give you 2.5. in integer it would give you 2. Okay, so when your I is equals to n divided by 2, you need to print this dash. Okay, if you are getting error or anything, just check when your reminder is also 0. So this is condition when most of the time the error doesn't come, but if it is it's because of reminder and all this. When it converts 2.5 into 3, sorry, then it could give you some error or anything. So what you need to do is you need to print this all minus symbols when your I is equals to 2. So let's just simply do it in a code. Okay, this is the basic code. Print screen, clear screen, and then we are taking n as an input. This is the next line, we are printing next line in spaces in else condition. So just in if condition, if I is equals to n divided by 2. Okay, what we need to print is printf minus. Okay, so just run this code. 7 underscore real. So and you can see that the pattern that we got. Okay, so now let's do it for second pattern. Okay, the second pattern is plus. This was the minus, so second pattern is plus. So you can easily see that this line remains constant, but in this pattern you need to print plus over here also. So you can easily see that. Similarly for j, means for I is equals to, in previous pattern we needed to print minus, and in this pattern we needed to print plus every time when I is equals to 2 and j is also is equals to 2. So it simply says that at the mid range of every I and j you need to print plus. So it's simple, I is equals to n by 2 and or j is equals to n by 2. So just replace j is equals to n by 2. Okay, so simply here plus. Okay, this is the if condition, and else you need to print just spaces. Okay, so you can see that it's working completely fine. Now we learned about the multiply in the previous video, so now we are directly switching to the divide part. So basically in divide we would not print this thing, okay, because this thing doesn't support in console. So in console we will print with this, okay. So you know how to print this divide now. So basically now that we are gonna print this pattern, you can see that in this pattern the midline is quite similar. So you need to remove this line, okay, simply, and instead of plus just use divide. And now you need to print this in the first line and this thing in the last line, okay. Basically this both divide should be in a center, but we are ignoring the spaces, so we are printing it to the first and the last line. So just simple, when your I is equals to 0 you need to print it into the middle of the j. Similarly, when your I is equals to n minus 1 you need to print it in the middle of the j. So that's what I have written for I is equal to 0 and j is equals to n minus 2, and similarly I equal to n minus 1, okay. So just copy this thing, Ctrl C and paste it over here. Let's save it and then execute it. Yeah, there must be some errors. I may end up with getting some bracket error. There should be one more bracket over here. So you can see this, okay. When you do it for, let's say, more number of times, 7, you may find like this, okay. So it's quite simple. The reason why I say not to use 2, 4, 6 over here is because we haven't saved this file. You can see that the console does not support this special character, so just replace it by what computer and console understands. Don't worry, this pattern would not be there because it doesn't support, and if it does, then just simply write any other symbol, okay. You can see. So you can just for multiply, just click the link below in the description. And as I always say, do not get panic when you see this kind of a difficult patterns. It look difficult, but just make ing table, try to find the similarities and the pattern in pattern. This means try to find sub patterns, and if you cannot find sub patterns, just use if and else, because when this kind of a patterns are the if and else are very handy, and not the inside loop. Means we are here, all these patterns are made up of just two loops, that is the first loop for outer I and then the inner j. There wasn't any further loop. So just don't think patterns are something just about 7 loops, 8 loops and all. Patterns we can also solve it with if and else, because these patterns are also important, because it looks quite tricky, quite hard. So these questions may ask, or these questions are something that challenge. So just try to think simple, and do not forget to make ing table, because ing tables are something which are very helpful. Whenever you are stuck, just make ing table. 99% it will give you some solution, or at least a way to work on. So thank you so much for watching the video. Hope it was worth watching. Please press the subscribe button and bell icon for more update. Thank you so much. Hope it was worth watching.